Hey guys, I'm back with another episode of Alice Maddness Returns. So this game is just going so awesome right now. I love how she's dressed up. I love the steampunk aspect to this game. And I never even realized that this game was steampunk until, well after I played it. Alice is just a simple badass, and she's very pretty, by the way. So this game was brought back by simple popular demand. When I first uploaded this game, I just got a lot of responses, I got a lot of reviews, and it's been some time since I've uploaded another episode, but I received a huge notification from people saying that they want to see more of this game, and so I'm making another episode. Let's just continue on. So I learned a little bit more about this blade. If you recall, we found it in a sort of skeletal remains of some weird creature. Turns out those remains were actually the queen's dragon that she had laid waste to the land and basically controlled everyone with. And I believe in the first game, Alice had killed it. Now, I was referenced to the movie, that's what happened in the movie, but in the game, that's probably what happened as well. In the first game, I should say, that was on PS2 or possibly PS1, where she stuck the knife in the back of the head. And of course, in the second game, that's where she retrieved it. Wow, what the hell is this thing? It's a statue of the Mad Hatter. Okay. So this is the Mad Hatter's domain. As you know, it's all gears and teacups, as well as he's teamed up with his good friend, the Rabbit. Now, they're doing something here. They've recruited the locals, which seem to be some very primitive subspecies. I really don't know what they are. So you go in there, and it basically makes that real. This is probably a little bonus area. Ooh, memory fragment. Yes, definitely a bonus.
My heart is open, Alice. Never closed, never locked. It needs no key.
Now, it refers to the key that's sort of in the loading screen. There's a key just rocking back and forth, and it has a lot to do with it, because when her sister and parents died, their rooms were locked. And then she remembers the fact that they always hated the concept of locks. And just, privacy, things like that. They were very open about their family. So that's a big part of the game. It's a big clue, basically, that her family never locked the door, but somehow the doors are locked when the fire started. So this place is falling apart. This is all supposed to be one solid, construction, but this place is falling apart, as is much of Wonderland, because Wonderland is being corrupted and will literally fall apart and dissolve into that black stuff that's somehow spreading. Now, I really want to tell you guys what the Hatter and Rabbit are up to, but I don't want to give it away because it's a really good scene. I'll probably go ahead and I'll play until I get out of this region, which means that I'll play until we reach the Mad Hatter's and Rabbit's plan, because that's basically the end of this area. Anyway, they've recruited the local population, I should say. Oh crap, that was into helping them. Alright, yeah. Now, I don't know if I even saw that the first time I played this game. I've played this game twice before to completion. Now, I think the bottle is just bonus artwork. If that is, then there's a good chance that I never found it the first time, because once you find like a bonus material, you can't re-find it again. You basically have that permanently, unless you completely delete the entirety of the game, which I never did. I always had somewhat of a record on here. So that would probably be a piece of material that I never found before. But needless to say, I keep getting off track, but the Mad Hatter and the Rabbit are working on something, and they've recruited the local population, who seem to be very primitive people, to help them in some way. However, I don't think they have much of a choice of it. I'm pretty sure they're using slave labor at this point. But they're building something. They're taking all the good pieces of metal, putting them together. They're building something. I really want to tell you guys, but I can't, because it's just a huge spoiler alert. I'm not going to give it away at all. iPod. Oh, got it. Once again, we got more of that black tar. That's right, these things overheat. I forgot about that. Didn't even have to get down there. So, as I said before, the items in the game, they represent things. The doll's head, with the eyeless, with the no eyes, and the metal components and the overall sludge of it all. It represents something in this game. Remember, this Wonderland, this isn't a real place. This is Alice's mind. She is, by all means, fucking crazy. She just has the ability to enter her own mind, which is Wonderland. Wonderland is her. Now that I realise it, Alice is basically a god. I mean, this world, this is her. It changes the way she changes, which is why it's turning corrosive and all this bad stuff is happening. She is, for all purposes in these characters, who are sentient, by the way, she is their god. I never really select.
He's obsessed with time. Find him, or your own time may be short.
So the Mad Hatter and the Rabbit have recruited these primitives to work on the project.
Brush yourself off, girl. The Hatter should see you at your best, after all.
Dick. He is kind of a dick. Okay, that is I'm led to understand that that is boiling hot tea. That's what that is, by the way. That is tea. But yes, the Mad Hatter and the rabbit have a plan. I thought that it would take a bit longer for it to go up. We got me some toothlesses. Huh. Is that where I'm supposed to go? Yes, that would have to be it. Indicating what the cat said, that would indicate that we don't have that much time. And that we are nearing the Hatter. At least we will see the Hatter at some point, but he will not see us. And he's, of course, in a rush. Same with the rabbit as well. If I recall, once again, it has been a while since I played it. I played this game twice. Once was probably about 3 years ago, I'd say. It was the last time I played this game. I enjoyed it. I played it, put it down, never picked it up again, and decided to do another episode just for this, really. Alice down there. And the Mad Hatter through that door. Hey, look, there it is there. Oh, that was close. That one does seem a little bit too off. I mean, that one was golden, but I'm starting to think that maybe I did completely delete my old record, and therefore all bonus materials are available to collect. Well, it says here. Okay. Maybe this has something to do with this thing? I honestly don't know where to go. Oh, look, there's something there. Shit. How'd I miss this? Sit on that. And be quick. Pull lever. I'm guessing this is obviously some kind of multiple way pass, going left, right, forward. This looks like a slide of some kind. It is a slide of some kind. Hey, that's pretty cool. I don't remember that part at all. In fact, I love the whole sliding concept in games. In fact, I wish there was a lot more in a lot more games, and not only that, I wish they went for a lot longer. In fact, I wish there was a whole game based around sliding like that, because I love constantly moving in like a three-dimensional area. That looks like a bomb. Pick up clockwork bomb. Some walls and floors can be destroyed. We can place a clockwork bomb near a surface with circle. Detonate the clockwork bomb to destroy it. Okay. I can just deploy it. Probably have to hold it to throw it. So this was once a very mighty kingdom, but it's just literally falling apart as Alice's mind has started to decay. Lost and found. Went the wrong way. Found it.
We'll all roast in our beds, Alice, for the sake of your father's unnatural devotion to printed paper. This horde of flambles wants only a malignant spark and poof! Our flesh and blood is smoke and ash.
So the whole concept is they died in their sleep. Now, she was referring to, that was her mother referring to something that their father had. It's not really much of a spoiler alert, but basically what had happened was he had a very, very big library. I mean, this is like the 1800s by the looks of it. Everyone's poor, everyone's got shitty lives, but anyone with a decent amount of money will live like a king, and Alice's family is quite wealthy. So we've triggered a cutscene now. Let's just go ahead and, you know, see what we've got dealing with.
Our lovely library was a fire trap. A conflagration waiting to happen.
See, the key. Oh, yeah. When Alice's health is low, hysteria becomes available. I don't know what that is. It might be a state. Oh, no fucking way. That was... Can do it again? No. So we can activate this part of her subconscious when she gets hit with a lot of health. Now, her going all white with the red bloody hands, that's an action figure, and that action figure is rare and will set you back at least $150 compared to her other action figures, which will set you back about 30. They've got the blue one, and I think they've got the red one, but that white action figure will set you back $150, and it's the one I don't have. Even today, I went to Supernova, which is basically a nerd fest. We saw a lot of Alice in Wonderland things, and by a lot, I mean really just the knives. That's basically all you can get nowadays. It's like after all this time, this game still has the knives available. I'm guessing they maybe made too much of the game, and now they have a surplus of them because everywhere that bought them can't really get rid of them. They are going for relatively cheap and surprisingly very well made. They're full-on metal. You could technically sharpen them if you wanted to. Of course, I'm not going to take an angle grinder to mine to sharpen it up. Upgrade. I can't upgrade shit at the moment. I still don't have enough teeth. Obviously some kind of mechanism here. I don't think we can use it just yet. Not unless we shrink down. No, nothing. So we're just going to keep going. I blew up this other little door. Let's see what this is. Memory. Pressure pads function only when weight is applied. They're telling us now. I mean, like now, after all this time. That's just stupid. Huh? Oh, okay. It's indicating that something has to sit there.
Is that one? No, is it? No. Let's go and try to wake. No, no. Bad dream. A blasted good night.
Hatter, I recall leaving you in a decrepit condition, but
What?
not in pieces.
Oh, it's you.
What's happened here? You've lost your hat, and some parts are missing.
Missing indeed, though things being what they are. I barely missed their missing. As to what's happened, you should know that better than I. It's your place after all. I know my place.
When did you ever know your place, or how to keep it? Now what's going on?
That's going on. And round and up and down, into my ears, and through my eyes, and up my nostrils, down my gullet, and whining in my guts.
Papa was exceedingly fond of trains. I don't like them much.
You won't like this one at all. Nothing like when Mock Turtle was in charge of the Looking Glass line. This railroad's a bloody shambles. The stink is ferocious, the light blinding, the noise hellacious.
Quite, Hatter. I get the idea. A bad train.
The world is upside down, Alice. Inmates run the asylum. No thanks. And worst of all, I'm left tealess.
Tragic. If I do help, will you help me in return?
Cross my heart, if I had one. Bind my limbs and toss them into the chute. Machines will do the rest. Be on your way now, that's a good girl. Best way out is through the croc face.
Wow, that was actually really cool. I had actually forgotten what was really going on. Turns out he was discarded. They used his parts basically to finish their work. So now we have to retrieve his arms and legs in order to get him fully going again. But they just, they ripped off his arms and legs, used them for the sake of using them. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what we need to do. Watch this, watch this. We leave the little bomb there, and then we just simply detonate it. Bang. If I had figured out that at the first time, would that cutscene would have triggered? Pretty sure it would have. Be alert and listen, look out for pig snouts. It's actually kind of hard for me to listen because the way I'm recording, the TV can't be too loud, otherwise I get this whole feedback loop and it sounds horrible. Press X while focused. So L1 and...
Work until you expire. Substantial rewards in heaven. It is better to give labor.
Menacing rain.
A worker's paradise. Fight for good. Work until you expire. Substantial rewards in heaven. It is better to give labor than to receive pay for it.
Look at that thing. It's ripping off parts of its body. See, look, now its skulls are like ripping off. Oh crap. Oh shit. There we go. So you can actually hear the rabbit, I believe it is, in the background. Now, if I recall, yeah, he is building something. I forgot that they had pinched the Mad Hatter's everything. Not only his limbs, but his entire realm. And are using them to their own twisted needs and disgusting methods. So we've got like multiple places we can go, I think. Yeah, see, we've got two little bells here. One for that one for that one. One is his arms, one is his legs, and I don't know which is which, so I'm just going to go with this one. Jump, jump. Right, so I know it's been a few years since I played this game, but I know how this game ends. I know the very backstory of it all that, and I really want to tell you guys, but I cannot. I'd even forgotten about this awesome thing. Yeah, I know exactly what it wants, and I want to scream them at you, but I can't because it's just too much of a spoiler. I'll give away the ending, then there's nothing to look forward to.
Free to live and work. A bad worker is a dead worker, and vice versa. Don't be a bad worker. Bad workers are slaves and dead.
Steps to enlightenment brighten the way, but the steps are steep. Take them one at a time.
Take one step at a time, which indicates that this is the leg area. Hey guys, I figured it out. So I was landing there and I was jumping from there to that platform over there. Turns out I just had to jump from here to here and then just simply go over here. That's why I was epically failing. I'm sure there was many people on the who are actually watching this telling me, hey, dumbass, you need to go over there. Looks like we have to place another bomb. Remember, this is all supposed to be one thriving, fully automated facility, but it's not because it's being corrupted.
They say a cat has 9 lives, Alice. I hope you have as many.
So look just how gory this is. I mean, you don't like see any internals, like the blood alone. So NPCs can hurt themselves quite a bit, I've noticed. Like the tea will fire the hot tea balls at each other. Dick. It's like, why are they attacking Alice? By all means, she shouldn't be attacking herself, because that's what Alice, that's what Wonderland is. But maybe she's angry at herself, and that's why, or at least parts of her are angry at herself. At some point in the game, I will go to the main title screen and show you all this bonus content that I've retrieved. It'll be a single episode. I'll probably do it at the end of the game, because based on the reactions I'm getting from just uploading this alone, people want to see me play this to the end, and I will do so, because this is a very fun game. Oh, too far, too far. Oh, that was, I do apologize. I'm never this bad at when I play games. It's just when I do commentary, it's like, yeah, I'm being watched. Hell, when I first started doing commentary, started my little YouTube channel about 6 months ago, I was a nervous wreck. I mean, it took so long just to nail the first intro, and I'm doing it once again on the spot. Like, I'm nailing it every single time. So when you record a video, the first thing that you have to really nail is the intro. Then after that, everything you say and do is pretty much good. Of course, then there's the whole editing thing, which is kind of a pain.
Your presence here is unwelcome. We have a mission to complete, and you are an intolerable annoyance. Some like it hot, but no one likes it this hot.
So the Clockwork Mouse and I believe the Rabbit are in cahoots, and they are building something. And we just saw, see that thing there that's releasing all the hot metal? That is his arms. That is the Hatter's arms, and we need those. Quite frankly, that's not much of a distraction. Okay, now it was. I didn't time it right, I just left without really thinking. done this. Oh, okay, now that became more of a pain in the ass. I was like, well, that thing just moving back and forth isn't really much of a threat. And then that happened. Because I'm getting hit with a teapot thing as well, so I might try to take out the tea. They're not making this easy. Oh, finally. That will make things easier for me. Too far. Oh, wow. I do apologize. You know what? I'm going to just turn off the recording device, make it, then... So I made it. Oh, I nearly died then too. I said I made it and then I nearly died again. That was just nuts, just from not looking where I was jumping. Basically, I stayed exactly where I respawned from and then took out the secondary teapot that was firing the hot tea. Then it became significantly easy. In fact, I did it on the second shot. Boom, done. Turn valve.
I've got the arms you need. Well, strictly speaking, the Hatter needs them. Well, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to crush you.
So this thing took the arms to basically give almost sentience to that machine, allowing it to do significantly more than what it was designed for. Oh, why? I do think it's pretty cool about when those little mosquito things attach, they literally attach themselves to you. It is pretty cool, I must say. I do like that attacking ability. Oh, is there another one? There's a fucking another one over there. Motherfucker. And take that out. Come on. Done.
Take that then. The path less traveled is now impossible to negotiate. You can't reach me. No, not at all.
I'm not sure what's the deal with Alice's... Holy crap, that's a picture of me, Alice. And the dead. Oh, fuck. I did think that was pretty badass. Oh, shit. I do apologize again for the swearing. I apologize for sucking at this. Oh, I don't really know what happened there. I guess it just, you have to keep like refreshing it. You can't just walk on nothing. Oh, come on, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna do it this time. Watch me. There we go. Did it. Did it. So that thing is basically significantly more advanced than what it should be. It's just, it knows where to dump the hot oil or the hot metal. When I upgrade this bloody thing, I'm really hoping that it automatically upgrades its cooldown time, so it either cools down faster or it can withstand hotter temperatures, because it drives me apeshit, this thing does. It's a really OP weapon, I must say. That's probably why it doesn't, why it's so restrict, because you can't just choose through enemies with this thing. This game's on easy, by the way. I don't remember when I created the first episode whether or not there are alternate difficulties, you know, easy, medium, hard, that sort of shit. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, I see what that did. I see what that did. Shit, I don't know why I didn't see that before. That. And of course I would grab the one that doesn't come out. Turn valve, blah blah blah, same deal as before.
A temporary setback, a minor hindrance, a trivial impediment. I'll just move along. I'll deal with you later, Alice. You'll never stop our grand plan.
Is it just me, or do I want to stab him in the throat? Now, their grand plan doesn't really make much sense. Alice would, by all means, join them and try to help their grand plan, because their grand plan is to try to stop the train. At least I think it is. They don't really make it fully clear. Maybe they want to take over our Wonderland altogether with this thing that they're creating, but they're trying to stop the train. Now, we haven't seen the train yet, but it is very disturbing. That's what the Mad Hatter said. Get them down the chute and the thing will take care of itself. Well, that is what's going to happen. Now, I'm just going to go down the chute myself, maybe? Yep. Later. Rubbish chute.
Mobility will make a nice change. Expect no thanks until I'm completely reconstructed. No resting on laurels, chiffoniers, chaise lounges, mean folding chairs, stools.
He's up there. He's still there. Is that another thing that's available? I guess the machinery won't put him together completely until I find all the pieces. Which we just got to go with his legs. Now, I believe his legs are running in one of those mouse wheels. Basically, they're powering the other facilities. And then after we put him together, I'm pretty sure it is revealed as to what the fuck is going on. So we just went there. That was the smelting place. This is some sort of hammer or big hand. So this is some sort of fabrication workshop. Cranking up and pressing down. What was the other one? Smelting and refinery. Now where's the little clock? Oh, I don't need it. It had already self-assembled. And let's go, shall we? Let's go. Let's go. Let's just continue forward. Let's see. What does the cat want to say?
The dimensions of this desolate tract are unknown to all but the inhabitants.
So, he's basically saying he doesn't know what the fuck's going on either. So obviously the last one we had to deal with was smelting in hot metals, things like that.
It is better to give labor than to receive pay for it. Words to live by. You can eat them too. A worker's paradise. And you don't have to die. Not a cheap slogan. We really care.
I don't know what to do.
Work until you expire.
Oh, there it is. So yeah, as I was just saying, I was a little distracted there. The last one was dealing with, the melted metal that disintegrated you instantly. Obviously, this is, you've got to watch out for the crashes.
The industry thrives on suffering, obsolescence, and ruination, Alice. It's made the East End into a privy. Consider a simple farm life in Australia, perhaps. We might liquidate what remains of your inheritance.
So I've got a lot of theories about this game that I really want to say, but I can't really say it because it will give away the ending. But I will tell you this. Now, what's his name? We know that there's a couple bad people in this game. Obviously, that woman who is blackmailing Alice. And the doctor who's treating her. Now, I will give away a little bit of information. The doctor who was treating Alice was treating Alice at the age of 8 before, or the age of 10, before her parents died. And not only that, he was treating, oh damn it, her sister as well. Now her sister's only a couple years younger than her. At least I'm pretty sure she was the older sister anyway. I'm not 100% sure now that I think about it, but yeah. I believe Alice was, no, it was 9 years later, so Alice was 10, and her sister would have been 8 years old. And the doctor was treating both of them. Most likely because Alice was showing signs of, avoiding reality, things like that. Obviously she was just going into Wonderland. Dealing with the Red Queen, which represented something of her own subconscious as well as other things in her mind. The Mad Hatter, she was hanging with the Mad Hatter. She was fighting a resistance against the Queen, who was herself. She was in another world, and quite frankly she probably liked this other world better, and she was being seen by a doctor who wanted to stop that. Well, obviously her parents put her to it and wanted to stop it. What's interesting enough about these memories, they give away a lot of information, basically. They give a lot of, well, they give away too much information. You basically figure out what's going on just by picking up those little memories, and then you can piece it together bit by bit. Oh, so that's what happened. I threw the rabbit in here and it landed on that. And then I wasn't supposed to land there. So what's going on in the world is I have been on a PlayStation 2 shopping spree of late. I've picked up also a couple Nintendo Wii games, and I've picked up a Xbox game, which, believe it or not, is actually harder to find than you think compared to the PlayStation 3. I don't know why, but basically I can't really find any Xbox games. Like, I go to yard sales, I go to second-hand stores, and I'm just not really finding Xbox games. I've been finding a lot of PlayStation 2, which of course I love. Oh, damn it. And all the way back here again. Now, obviously, I don't know where to go. So I put a rabbit on there. Now I'm going to detonate it to see if, and look around to see what the hell. They did nothing. Literally nothing. Oh no, those things moved up. Okay, yeah, I got it, okay. It was so subtle that I didn't notice it. Oh, sorry, I was a little distracted. I got a message. I'm going to try that again. Why didn't these things rise? Did I not put the rabbit on properly? Now this secondary one here goes down a little bit slower. Okay, I made it. I do apologize for taking up a bit of time. I'm probably just going to edit that out, maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say, depending on how much time and effort I have to put into it. Oh, shit. Like a ninja. Like a beautiful, beautiful ninja. Obviously, that rises them up significantly more. Rises them up here. It's really hard to decide what I want to upgrade, the knife or this pepper shooter thing, because so far I've been using the pepper shooter a lot more than what I originally thought I would, because it's kind of a pain in the ass to use, but now that I've been using it a lot, I've been, well, getting used to it. That was stupid. I hit that by accident. I was like, okay, which one's the button? Bouncy, bouncy. So obviously, why would a mushroom be growing in the middle of a very robotic and metal place? Well, it's simple. The mushrooms represent parts of her subconscious that obviously help her out in times of need. Apparently the start of the game, the forest part, that seems to be her good side in many ways, I guess. Not gonna deal, not gonna deal. And the fact that they are growing in such a hospitable place is because this looks like a boss scene. This is crazy, and I love it. Gotcha, you mofo. Oh, they're increasing the more of the samples as we proceed through these battles. Oh, and they stopped them, thank fuck. Couldn't they just have simply opened up the door for me? They didn't have to make me shoot this damn thing. Is this a cutscene? Hopefully. There's his legs. There's his legs, I think. Maybe. Those things are full of birds. Now, we have seen those birds before. They get eaten. Hey, check it out. A snout. Yeah, those birds get eaten by the primitives. So, obviously, he's just feeding them. Ooh, bonus material. Do. Thank you. Oh, I don't really know what's going on with those bird things. They are ugly. But that little thing, the one that's running over there, that's basically what his legs are doing. Now, I'm guessing that they're using the Hatter's leg because A, they wanted to get the Hatter out of the way, and B, because they can run a bit faster. Maybe it, like, this whole thing is weird. Everything about this game is weird. And look, it says Dodo Misery. I don't know. I can't really read it. But it's not Dodo. It's Doo-Doo. Obviously making fun of the dodo. No, it is Dodo. Oh, come on. Oh. So obviously the path is harder to shoot because we keep changing very rapidly. Oh, see, it literally jams when it gets too hot. Those things are half metal as well, although I'm not surprised, but I guess what, they just pick out, it's got metal gears for bones and they just pick off the flesh. That's weird. I was saying before, it was another little theory about why they're using the Hatter's parts. I mean, they're not crucial to what they're using them for. And I'm guessing because maybe this world requires the Hatter to be able to use it. Maybe it can only be controlled by the Hatter. So obtaining his parts and basically forcing them to work might actually help them achieve what they want to do, which is use all the machinery, use the everything really. The machinery, the metalworks, everything. It's just a theory that this world would only obey the Hatter. Oh, hang on. There we go, did it. Jump. Jump. So as I'm recording this now, I am 65% the way through uploading the Fallout Just the Good Parts episode. Eventually I will do Skyrim, but I'll be pretty much uploading all of Alice's Wonderland Returns. Now, I was hoping that we would have reached the big scene by now.
Your dogged persistence will be rewarded with pain. I told you to cease and desist, but my warning goes unheeded. So without regret, you're about to feel like a lobster who's being tossed into the boiling pot.
Okay, so another theory. The rabbit and the mouse, they're turning into clockwork creatures of some kind. Now, I believe this is a response of Alice's corruption. Basically, you know, in her first memory, she was on a raft with the rabbit, I think, and of course, he didn't look anything like that. He looked like an ordinary talking rabbit. He didn't look like that. Is this like Sonic? Like how Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman if you want to call him. No, well, it was Dr. Robotnik, if I recall, wants to start turning critters into that, turning them into like cyborgs and things. That might be the result of the train corrupting things and turning things clockwork in many ways. I don't know, it's just hard to say. I would have to look this up. I'll have to look up other theories, other YouTube theories.
Feel it surging. Faster, my fine feathered friends. Don't stop now.
So that's obviously why they took the Hatter's legs. I mean, look at that thing go. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? The TV has just went black. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I can't see nothing. I literally can't see nothing. I'm going to end recording here until I fix this problem. Hey guys, so I'm back. I just had some technical difficulties there. I don't know exactly what the hell happened, but I've fixed it for the time being. We're just going to go ahead and move on now. I think this is the right way anyway. This guy is now frozen. Basically, I hit a switch which sort of jammed everything up, which was that switch over there. Oh yeah, that's right. We went back through this way, and then this way opened up. Oh, there's the rubbish chute. So obviously we just have to throw the legs in there, and what's anything up there? Oh, there's his legs. There's the rabbit, and there's more dodos. Alright, I'm not trying to be a perv. I'm just adjusting the sound on my TV. Okay, moving on. Oh, okay. I've got to time this right. It would not. It would actually help if I stayed on the bloody pathway instead of jumping completely off. Oh, that was so fucking close. So this game is just incredible. I mean, I really am liking this game. Oh, there we go. Once again, I'm still really liking that whole concept where those bug things, they latch onto you and they just literally start draining your health. And the only way they get away from them is to simply turn into butterflies. Much like real life. Oh, there we are. I was actually getting my ass kicked there for a while. Gotcha. There's insects, so there's obviously another nest somewhere. There. So this pepper grinder, it just obliterates those little wasp creatures. I mean, it just dominates them. Obviously, this is another little hidden stash. What have we got in here? Probably some more slugs in here as well. No slugs, okay. I just 3 more tooths, and I got 1,000 tooths. What's this do? Pull lever. I gotta go hunt me some rabbits.
Don't you dare stop! Keep running or so help me out! Out! Out!
So it looks like what I'm doing is really starting to piss the rabbit off. Now, the mouse and the rabbit, they've got a plan, a mission that they keep saying. And I don't really know why they're considering Alice to be the enemy to said mission. Because remember, Alice wants to stop the mission. Wants to stop the... Huh. Oh, there's a little space between them. It was hard to see from that camera angle, but yeah, there's just a little space between them. Oh, come on. Last little step. Oh, now we have to do all that shit again. Well, oh, come on. I hit it as it was going up. That was the problem there. Oh, crap, I nearly died again. Oh, okay, that sucks. I literally hit no buttons there. I hit no buttons, and she jumped on her own. And then, like, I didn't move. It came down stamped, and then... What the fuck is going on? Obviously, the game is glitching out a little there. Maybe because I'm moving too fast? What? Okay, now this is just really starting to piss me off because... What the fuck? Okay, it's obviously glitching out. I might try shrinking down just to be safe. When I shrink down, I take up less room, so I'll try that. Oh, come on. Come on. Wow, this is starting to piss me off. Come on! Oh, wow! This sucks! Okay, this time I'm going to do it. This time I will do it. This reminds me of Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, where I kept nearly dying at the end. Well, I didn't keep nearly dying. I kept dying right at the very end of the game. What the fuck is going on? Maybe, okay, that was what I had to do. That is what I had to do. I wasn't supposed to wait in between them. I was just supposed to make it to the middle and then end. I wasn't supposed to wait in between the individual things. That's what I was doing wrong. So the game wasn't glitching out. I was just approaching it incorrectly. I really love going small. It's a really fun aspect of the game. Wow, this place is shaking. It might have something to do with me doing things, messing with everything we're doing, hitting the levers, adjusting the temperatures, things like that. It may have something to do with what I've been doing.
No, stop! That's enough now! Oh, stop! You're running, you blithering Egypts! You think that can stop us? The merest trifle. I'll be leaving now. You'll never catch me. Don't even try.
Okay, so all we have to do is just make it to there. Here we are. Oh, the hand takes us right up to it. So obviously just slapping this little lever here will cause these legs, the hatter's legs, to fall down the chute. And then we can fall down the chute. And then that's the end. We assembled the hatter, and then hopefully that would allow us to see what the big plan is. And I really want to tell you guys what the big plan is. And it doesn't really all make that much sense. It's kind of hard to explain, but at the same time, it's really obvious. It's difficult, let's just say that.
I finished my work and you're complete, Hatter. Now, what about this damnable train?
I feel like a new man, or whatever I am. I feel like an unsprung spring, like an uncorroded gear, like an untarnished bit of metal that sticks in your eye.
Answer me, Hatter. I'm suffering, and changes here are a cause, or they're a reflection, or the effect. What's going on? What are the new rules?
The law is just a whisper away, away home to wonder who. Who knows how to measure rules? With a ruler! Cruel rules.
Idiot. I should have left you in bits. Come, the least you can do is help me discover what's going on.
That is pretty cool, I must say. I'd completely forgotten about these little cutscenes, and I'm just blown away about how cool they are. So Alice in Wonderland Madness Returns is just an all-round incredible game. I am just really loving it. So the mouse and the rabbit's little plan takes place inside this massive building. Now, what I assumed that they were doing is that they were planning on taking on the train. Now, the train is spreading corruption all across Wonderland. So they were building something to stop the train.
Cavaliers, hold your nose, abandon false hope, forget the past. The damage is done, let the madness begin. Resume the falling. All aboard!
Do I have enough? I've got enough to upgrade the pepper grinder.
Papa, your enthusiasm for photography makes the library smell like rotted fruit. I'm certain these solutions are toxic.
So the father liked to take photographs, which involved a lot of flammable chemicals, as you know. Remember, this is like the 1800s, so this is some sort of this is probably the Victorian era. I'm not too sure on history, or at least close to the Victorian era. Obviously British. They are a relatively wealthy family with a loving family, to say the least. The father has a lot of hobbies. The kids are well looked after and in therapy as well. I'm sorry, it's a little late here, Arnhem, because I decided that I'd stop playing and let the device cool, because I think that was the problem. These little gadgets, they overheat a lot. I really should set up a sort of area where I can store it, where it keeps it nice and cold.
These cockpits will be our macadam, our road into assemblage. Hurry, Alice. I'll get this door open. But nothing happened. Ah, there! Now I've got it! Oh yes, I'm on a roll. It won't be long now.
So I'm trying to think why the mouse and the rabbit were doing what they were doing. Obviously they were building something to stop the train, which I can't really get into just now because it's a huge spoiler. But it's like, why weren't they working with Alice and the Hatter to design this thing? But instead they became enemies. I may have to look it up. There's probably a couple of YouTube channels going into it. There's probably a Wikipedia entry, as well as just simply Googling it. I'm not too sure. Perhaps they had other plans for it as well, because it is an incredible machine.
Follow me.
Maybe it's like they had done so many bad things in order to create this machine that they basically knew that if anyone found out what they did, they would get,
This feels like an earthquake.
punished.
What's happening?
Do I really look like I know? Your judgment must be severely impaired.
So not even the Hatter knows what's going on. The Hatter does not know what the mouse and the rabbit are up to. Damn it. Now, she doesn't have fall physics. Basically, when she falls down, she doesn't get seriously hurt. She doesn't get hurt at all. In fact, she doesn't lose any health. The only time she gets hurt is when she falls down from a large height and like off a cliff or something. As long as there's something below her, she won't actually get hurt. At least so far through the game. Who knows? I do know there's a lot of other levels that take you quite high, a lot higher than what we've been through so far. So I really just can't say at the moment, but I'm pretty sure, at least at the moment, there's nothing that she can fall down on that will actually hurt her. That was easy enough. Of course it was easy enough and I had to make it hard. So I'm loving her little steampunk outfit. Not many people would recognize this. When I was in Supernova, there was a couple females a couple women who dressed up as Alice in Wonderland, but of course the gory version. So she had blood stains on her dress, which I thought was pretty fucking cool, I must say. And they still wore the black leather boots. Place a bomb. Yeah, okay. He's like, what the fuck is going on? So the Mad Hatter is ridiculously strong. I mean, he's mostly robotic at this time. And I think the concept of him being all robotic is part of Alice's corruption. That would be the train.
We found the source of the shaking, but are those two quaking? What are they up to?
You'll never stop us, silly Hatter and Alice. It's left. You're too
The
late.
insolence, the arrogance, the execrable table manners. They are destroyers of Wonderland, defilers, denuders, derangers, delightful, exquisite.
Did they actually create that infernal train to destroy Wonderland?
What does that matter? They deserve to die. Ah! Put me down this instant. I ought to...
Enough talk. Battle time, Missy.
Here we go, the cutscene. Oh. So I didn't really get that. Oh, here's the cut. Here is the big fight scene.
Abandon false hope. Forget the past. The damage is done.
Let the madness begin. Resume the folly.
So that's what they've been working on.
Ow! Oh no!
Ah, no!
Hopefully I can find out why they were so...
Precious dream. And the guests. All I really wanted was another tea party.
Please, Hatter, you promised. Where is that train going? What's its purpose? Tell me. Now.
There's no time for whatever it is you want to talk about. It's time for tea. Tortured turkey. And come on, you lot. Still be friends. From the fine tea.
My memories are shattered. I'm trying to collect the pieces, and I now believe the train impedes me. You must help me. You promised.
Ask the one who helps everyone else themselves. Whoever that is.
Very painful. He deserved to die. And I'm about to drown in tea in ignorance.
So the Hatter is dead. So is the rabbit and the mouse. Now, I'm not too sure exactly why they were enemies of the Hatter. Obviously, the concept of them being part mechanical is new. This is part of the corruption that is corrupting Wonderland. But it just doesn't make any sense.
Caught my very own river nymph.
Saints be praised that he works in mysterious ways. Got plans for her.
Take her over to the Mangled Mermaid. Rent a bed.
Answer woo a girl, Mr. Brawl.
Do you think you're doing?
What comes natural like?
Not natural to me. Get away.
Did that really just happen? I mean, they called her a river nymph, and he was talking about renting a room to basically have sex with her. I completely, forgotten about that. That's just so messed up. Not, how can I help you, miss? Can I take you to the...
of my snowdrop. Nanny knew her.
Obviously, we have to follow the cat. That place that we're talking about, that's a kind of like a brothel bar sort of thing. Her auntie, Alice's auntie, actually works there. She's the only the only known blood relative she has left is her auntie, who is a prostitute. I'd forgotten just how gory this game is. I guess in the first time I played it, I wasn't doing the commentary, therefore I wasn't really analysing every part of the game. That's what I was looking for, that place there. The Mangled Mermaid.
Tart with some rough edges. Likes everything rough, I'll wager.
A handsome offer, but I've got an appointment with another man.
Well, girl, how hard do you want to make this?
You should know that doctor says I've a terrible disease.
Wow, they're basically talking about having sex. I mean, that's all they're talking about is... Yeah, having sex. She literally...
Where's me money, you fucking spunk bucket?
Get those fat-arsed whores out on the street, or I'll come up and brain you.
Sod off, you cocker-snipe. You'll never get past Long Tim.
I'll get what you and your floozies owe me, Miss Ladybird. See if I don't.
Maybe you noticed I'm not pissing me drawers at the prospect. Alice Liddell, you'll make a nice change. Bring your dishevelled self up here.
So she was talking, telling this guy to basically go away by telling him that she's off to have sex with another man. That would be the Long Tim, I think, the one who's passed out on the ground. I once heard Tim say that he was likely to die from a social disease. Poor man never dreamed its name was Jack Spicer. I see why she's created Neverland. This place sucks.
What about MC though?
Dunno. I'm pretty drunk.
You got your horrors. Now, chances are, in reality, these women don't look like this. She's seeing the world like this. Her being normal and everyone else is twisted and warped and just corrupted. You can order anything on the list, but don't expect to be served anything but stale beer or rock gut gin. The prostitute. So this is just a really crappy bar or brothel, whatever it is. That would be the auntie. These are rooms you get it on with a prostitute.
You won't give me what I want? I'll burn this dump of yours down to the ground.
Which he does
Go
at some
away.
point.
She's done no harm.
She hurt me feelings.
Act like a snuff counter. Sleeps out.
I think this is triggering another memory. So the key rocking back and forth, that is a huge clue as to what the mystery is behind the death of her parents. Or back wearing the blue. Now, if I were to recall, she wears the blue when she transitions into new areas because she will get a new... she will receive a new outfit when she enters this new land. And guess what? It's a water-based one, or at least an ocean-based one, because we went to the Mangled Mermaid. Obviously, that is associated with the ocean. Like she had just nearly drowned. She had went into the bar, which is next to the ocean, and of course it's called the Mangled Mermaid. So she is entering this state of mind where it's, you know, ocean themed. And as soon as we get into there, her outfit will change into the ocean one. There might even be a ocean-based outfit that you can actually buy as the action figure. So I have this one action figure, and I have the red queen one, and a red queen outfit when she enters the queen's realm. And then I have and I've got the blade. I don't have the white one when she reaches critical health, which I kind of want to see that happen again. Check out the moon. It's really cool. So this is going to be the end of the episode. Like, subscribe, and share. If you haven't already, leave a comment, blah, blah, blah. If you've got any tips about this game or any other games you want to see, let me know. I'll have a Facebook up probably soon, so by the time you're seeing this, it will most likely be up. So just hop on Facebook, leave a comment on the page. You can also see the new games that I'll be uploading soon, as well as you may even get the vote on a game that you'd like to see me play next. So, you know who I am, YouTube. Catch you later.